Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. In this very short video, I like to express, my feelings about what music and listen to music and records and CDs and high-res files, what that does for me in terms of a music lover, a music fan, and the feelings that it conjures up when I'm listening to music, and the joy it brings me. I don't think a lot of that is mentioned necessarily on YouTube or on the internet. And I would like to just say this in this brief video. Sometimes I'm in here listening to music and I select a random record. I just go searching around for random records, not necessarily by artists, but just searching around, because I have 7,000 records and a lot of them I hadn't gotten to yet. And sometimes I'll pick something like this Sonic Fireworks record. This was done on Crystal Clear Records, limited edition direct to disc. And for example, I was listening to the Richard Strauss fanfare section of also Zarathustra. Please forgive me, I'm mispronouncing. I'm sincerely sorry. But the fanfare section of that, which is very short, and that boom, 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 boom sound during that song, this sounded so realistic, so three-dimensional, so dynamic, that it felt like I was in the recording hall where this was recorded at. And that, in the joy and excitement, the exhilaration it gives me is the exact same joy that I get from, I'm a huge sports fan, by the way. I love sports more than music. But that gives me a similar joy when, somebody from my Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, makes a last second or shot to win the game, or somebody from my Dodgers gets a base hit or a home run in the 9th inning to win the game, or somebody from my Los Angeles Kings scores a goal late in the 3rd period to win the game, or somebody from the USC Trojans football team scores a touchdown in the last minutes or seconds to win a football game. The exact same joy I get out of the viewing my sports, and the joy that gives me, I derive the same thing out of music. And it's really a great joy to get that a lot of times out of some of these records that aren't exactly some of these high-end records. Because with these high-end records, there is a sense of expectation. Boy, I paid a lot of money for that record. It better be great. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not. Or something like this, which is a very good recording. There are some expectations that comes along with those. These is not necessarily a great expectation. And sometimes when I, at random, pick a record that I had listened to before or a long time, I forgot what it sounds like, that's one of the greatest joys I get from listening music in my music room, like this Georgia Jute, Faces in Reflection. This is a fabulous album, especially the side 2 is so dimensional and 3D and realistic. It just blows your mind. The sound of some of these recordings and is sometimes it can be extremely startling, and exciting and exhilarating to hear those sounds, especially if God bless you with the system that I have. I don't have a super high-end system, but it's a very good system nonetheless, and it's good enough to bring out some of the fine nuances of some of these recordings, whether it's on LP, CD, SACD, or high-res file. Sometimes I leave my room so pumped up from these listening sessions that, like I said, it's the same joy and excitement I get out of watching sports. Sometimes, oftentimes I should say, I'm in here listening to music on my system before I go watch let's say a Dodger game on TV or my tablet or at night, or the LA Kings or the Lakers at night. sometimes I come here and listen to music before those events, and I'll leave my room, and my wife sitting in the adjacent room can probably hear me playing the music just a little bit. And sometimes I think she can innately tell when I had a great listening session, because she'll ask, she'll say, Kenny, how was the music? I think she knows. She innately knows of the joy it brings me, because sometimes I'm in here a long time. I think sometimes she can hear just a little bit, and she can, like I said, almost innately know when I've had a great listening session, and just the joy I exude from leaving the room. It could be like a smile on my face or the way I walk or something, but she can tell. But it's just amazing how much joy some of these fantabulous recordings over the years and decades brings me. And like I said, especially when they're three-dimensional, the depth dimension soundstage, and the detail and the sound is so realistic. That is one of the greatest joys that I've experienced in my life. And I'm just happy that God blessed me with this system and this inventory of records that will last me a lifetime and bring me a lifetime of joy. I'm just so just happy and blessed to have all these records and these sources of music, whether digital or analog. It's just... Oftentimes, I when I go to concerts and it sounds good, I say to myself, or I say to people I'm with, or my wife, I say, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" That's the reason why I have the system that I have, so I can simulate that live performance the best I can in my home. I make those comments, and I'm always thinking about, in the back of my mind, how would that live performance sound on my system, my turntable, and my preamp and amp and speakers and so on and so forth. But I just thought I would do a video expressing the immense and awesome joy that a listening session at times gives me in my listening room. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes with these records that, like I said, I had listened to a long time or hadn't gotten to at all, it just blows me away to no end. And it's an amazing, fabulous experience, the joy of music on an audiophile system. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Please like and subscribe. That'll help my channel out. God bless, strong love, and peace to all worldwide.